Give me a second to stabilize my camera, and we're gonna move you guys a little closer. I'm not sure why all of my stuff is moved back, but it is. There we go. It's a little better. Good morning, good morning. Sorry, my lights are all configured wrong too. Good morning to anybody who's here live or joining me on the replay. I'm Allie, and I'm so happy that you're here to join me today. Today is the Stamp Nation release, early shopping for Catherine Pooler Designs. And Catherine has some amazing stuff going into the store today. And for the public, these all will be available on Wednesday, tomorrow, April the 14th. So we have some amazing stamp sets, dies, pattern papers, and so much more for you guys. And I don't have the full collection. I have a lot, but not the full collection. This is just some of the things that I have. This is the Rise and Shine. I can't get enough of this rooster. He is my fave. This is the Under the Umbrella die, and this is a must-have. It has so many possibilities. And it's a standalone die, and then there are the blooming wellies. Aren't they adorable? And of course, they come with a coordinating die. So does the Rise and Shine, but I just don't happen to have it. April showers with these adorable clouds. Lots of great sentiments as well with coordinating dies. And you could also use this as a standalone die set too. I think that would be amazing to add to your basic collection. And this is the Shine Bright Sentiments stamp set. And it's just happy. Happy, happy, happy. So many possibilities for sentiments. You can build your own or use some of the larger ones. Yeah, lots of possibilities. And then 2 different kinds of pattern paper this release. There is the A Little Drizzle Slimline pattern paper. And the colors on this are just so bright and fun. I think the hexagon one is my favorite, so I've hoarded it and I haven't used it yet. And secondly is the 6x6 Great Start pattern paper set, and it's just delicious. This Sunray is the bomb. Yeah, it's so cute. So today we're going to only make maybe 1 card. We'll see how the morning goes. And if you guys are here and want to jump in with a comment as to what you would like to see used, that would be lovely. All right, so let's see. I'm wondering if maybe we combine the Shine Bright Sentiments, the Rise and Shine stamp set, and some of the Great Start 6x6 pattern paper. I think that's what we'll do to start. So I always love to do all of my stamping with my Catherine Pooler Designs inks on her premium paper. It is my favorite paper to use with her inks. It always makes them look really good. So if you're looking for a great paper to work with her inks, then her premium cardstock. Sorry, all my pieces are stuck in front, but this is the best cardstock to use with her inks. I just think it performs the best on this paper. Okay, let's see. Let's bring in a mini Misty here. I don't know where we're going totally with this, but we'll give her a go. We'll give her a start. All right. Whoops. Push that down into the corner. I think we'll start by stamping some images here. Yes, yes, yes. Well, you know what? Let's start with that rooster, because he's just cock-a-doodle-doo calling my name. So before I stamp him, I think I'm going to make a mask. So let's attach him to the lid of my Misty. And we'll bring in some masking paper here, because I want to create a full-fledged mask for him. I'm just cutting off a piece of my big fat roll here. This is Eclipse masking tape. It makes it really nice for large images, because you can cut the size of paper that you need. So there we go. And I'm just going to pick a nice light ink. Blah, blah, blah. Grabbing. Okay, so this is just catching rays. Color doesn't really matter. I just want a nice juicy pad to make sure I get a great image. I am going to stamp that just in case. Even though it is just a silly mask, I want it to be crisp. And it's because masking paper is a little bit shiny. It's not like your regular paper where your ink absorbs in quickly. So I just have to wait for this to dry just a bit more. Otherwise, I'm going to get really inky fingers. And then we'll have a really inky project where I don't want ink. So what I think I'm going to do with this is I'm going to cut it apart according to the rooster pieces so that I can isolate different sections of the rooster. So there's the rooster's tail, and we'll go up and do his comb here. So I'm just cutting down that white line, the white gap between those pieces of the there. There's his comb. And look, you could even make it into a female chicken just by taking off the top there, because he looks more masculine when he has the comb on the top. And we're just going to cut down the feather line on his neck here. Whee! There we go. And then I'm going to see if I can cut off his wing. Poor chicken. Or sorry, poor rooster. All right. Without stabbing myself, I hope. Yay! There we go. And I'm just trying to be careful not to cut outside that line. Okay, there we go. We have a wingless chicken. Okay, let's see. I'm going to just wipe this clean. Whoops. There we go. So he's all ready. Now I have to figure out what colors we're going to use for our little fabulous rooster. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I actually go and Google things. So, one second as I Google rooster photo. Sometimes it gives me inspiration for colors and that. Oh, there's some funky looking roosters out there. Okay. So, obviously, we got some red on our rooster. So, how am I going to do this? Now, there is another way to do this as well. what you can do is stamp your image in whatever color you want your piece to be. So for this instance, I want the majority of his body red. Now that was Samba, one of my favorite red colors. My container that holds my little cloth here is traveling with it. All right. That's a nice crisp image. I'm just going to rotate my cardstock. And we're going to stamp him again. I'm going to go and find Stone Blue. Stone Blue. This is part of the Spa line. And I'm going to ink up our whole entire rooster again. Give him a good press. So cute. All right. Now, I want to add a little bit of shading to the blue. And I want to do it for his, let's say, all of his body. So this is where our mask can come in here a little bit. I'm going to start with his actual body. So I'm going to cover up the wing, and I'm going to cover up his head. Just to get started here, using those masks. Okay, I'm going to come in with our beautiful juniper mist here, which is a nice dark navy. And what I want, hang on one second. So I'm going to bring in my daubers here. I have them all labeled. So this is my juniper mist here. And this allows you to go in with a little bit more finer detail on your stamps. So bring this into view a little bit here. Okay, so our juniper mist, and I just kind of want to darken the underside of his body. So I'm going to take that ink dauber and just apply ink to the underside of his body. I'm not worrying about his tail. Just going to apply it underneath there. So it's just starting to darken that body. So again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just taking my dauber into the edge. I'm going to try and do even less of his body with this application. And you can do this as many times for as many layers as you need until you get the desired effect. There, so now his body is starting to deepen in color. So let's do a little bit more on that wing. Actually, I think, yes, leave that. We're going to pull off the wing mask. I'm going to stick it there. And to isolate just the wing, that's where the mask is going to help me out. There we go. So that isolates his wing. So now I can go in with my dauber and just ink up the underside of that part of the stamp. And again, you can do this as many times as you want. And you can go over with different colors as well. I'm just adding a little bit more to the underside of that wing. And it's just deepening the color. There we go. All right. Super cool. I'm just going to wipe down my stamp. There we go. Let's just remove our masks. I'm just going to actually stick them to my mini Misty here because there we go. So if you look closely, see how his body's a little darker and his wing is a little darker as well. And I'm not worried about the rest because we're just going to do some fussy cutting and layering. Now, of course, there are matching dies to this lovely little feller, but I just don't happen to have them. So I'm just going to rough cut out first our blue fella, and then our red fella. So let's see. As far as the red is concerned, I am going to do his beak. So what I'm going to try and do is we're going to fussy cut around his appendage there, and I cannot think for the life of me what that is called. I want to call it a wattle, but I'm not 100% sure that's what it is. Okay, so we're going around his comb here because we want the comb on our rooster to be red. Okay, and then I want the body of my rooster to be blue. So I'm actually going to undercut right along that red. So it's not going to peek out at any point from underneath my cutting. And I want to leave, I am going to leave a white outline all around my image here. So I want his tail feathers to be red. So when fussy cutting, always move your paper, not your scissors. Because otherwise you're going to just make it more difficult on your hand, and your hand is going to get strained and put into awkward positions, and that's not what you want. So yes, this is tedious if you don't have the dies, but when paper piecing it together, we're going to have to cut parts of it out anyway. So yeah. There we go. And I'm going to undercut all the rest of his body. I'm going to go right up to almost his eyeball there. Okay. So there's the red part of the chicken. And this time we want the white gap all around the chicken body. So I'm trying to kind of cut, giving that white space a chance to show there. And we'll go around his tushy. And I'm going to leave his legs blue. We might go in with some Copic markers and just add a little bit more detail. This is a good one for pencil crayon on that too. Or sorry, colored pencils. You guys call them colored pencils. We always called them pencil crayons. Yeah. Canadian thing. Okay. All right, a little bit wider white space around his feet just because they're so delicate. So delicate. We don't want to lose his feet. Okay, so this now is going to be our rooster. Oh, and this is really pointy. And that's why I undercut the chicken so that there was no chance of red showing behind, even with that small white outline. You can still have instances, if you don't position things right, of things peeking out from below. So that just doesn't eliminate it, but it certainly helps. So let's attach that little fella to the rest of his colorful comb and tail. This is just Ranger multimedia matte. I just have it in this bottle just because I wanted a fine tip. And there is our adorable rooster. Oh my god, he's so cute. All right, let's move the masks out of the way for the moment. And let's see, let's make a scene for our little rooster. Let's see. I think we will bring in this gorgeous pattern from the Great Start collection here. Because it's gorgeous. The sunburst. Maybe he's going to be the center of the sunburst. Yeah. All right. Now, for a card base, I'm going to make a really card today. Trimmer here. So I want a white border around my card, and of course I just put my finger in the ink. There we go. Okay, so I want a small border. Oh my god, can't talk. Around my card. I'm going to go for 4 1/8. And this side, we're going to go 5 3/8. And that kind of stays off to one side. And our little rooster. He's so adorable. And let's see. Sentiments, because we're going to go to I'm going to try sentiments from here, from the Shine Bright Sentiment set. You know what? What about just the Shine Bright? That would just be, simple, perfect. Almost looks like he's going to say that. So let's do that. Now there is a die that is sold separately that says Shine Bright 2, and that would work perfectly for this design. So there's the shine. And there's the bright. We might have to do them separately. We'll just see. You know what? We will do them separately, but I'm going to do this there. I like the position. Tweak it just a bit. Okay. Pick it up. And I think what we'll do is we'll do a two-tone. So this is Samba. Love this red. It's my favorite red of our collection. just going to make sure that it is nice and inky. Okay, now I'm going to bring in the rouge, which is a little bit deeper, darker. I'm not even going to clean this off. And I'm going to just do the bottom of the word. So I'm just using the edge of my ink pad to lightly ink it up. See how it's a little bit darker there? Whoa, that could have been a disaster. Just a little bit, and I think I will go in and soften that line just a little bit, and that's again where the daubers come in. And 1 second. Where is my rouge? So what you can do is you go back in, you can put more ink on your stamp and just feather it kind of up. And you can do this numerous times until you get your desired effect here. There, it's very, very subtle, let me tell you. And just wipe your stamp clean. Okay, before I go and dip my hand into it, we're going to move that off to the side. Okay, I'm taking off the shine. And let's go back to the bright here. There. Just move the magnet in just a little bit closer. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the stone blue and just see what it looks like on the paper. It may not show as the true blue, stone blue color. It's not bad. I can live with that. So I'm just doing multiple applications just to thicken up that color. That looks good. And then I'm going to go in again with our darker blue, the Juniper Mist. Let's move that out of the way. And this time I'm going to use the dauber straight out here, just to soften that line. Just adding it to the bottom of that word. Be a little bit more heavy-handed with it. I might have gotten better effects by going ink pad to stamp, but that's okay. It's starting to build up. Because again, that dauber is not going to apply as much ink as direct pad to stamp there. That works for me. Okay, just going to do a quick wipe job here. Squeak, squeak. All right. Let's remove this. I'm not sure where. Oh, maybe centered. That's not too bad. Typically, you always think of cards in thirds. I don't tend to do a lot of things centered down the center of the card, but you know what? Kind of works. All right, let's bring in some foam tape. Little fella here, if I can find my big roll. Well, not so big roll. It is slowly shrinking. Right. Need some fairly thin outlines of it for his tail. This is 3M foam. It is my favorite. I have purchased many foams over my 15 plus years of crafting, and the only success I've really had is with the 3M Scotch brand here. It's my favorite. All right, let's put some on his body, and then you do surgery. Watch this. So I just laid it down lightly on the back of that image. I'm going to stick that over there. It's not pressed to the back of his body yet. It's just kind of lightly sitting there. And then I'm just taking, sorry for the squeaks, taking my scissors and running it underneath. And this way I kind of get some of the little details with foam tape on them. So we're going to take the bottom of that and stick that to his feetsy weetsies. And then we're going to add some to that last little feather. And the other thing you can do is, if you slice it, it will bend, or you can remove the backer paper. There we go. Okay, and we're just going to peel, peel, peel. Awesome. It's going to be super fast card. Oops, that came off. That's all right. No biggie. All right. And there we go. Hi, Brenda. I know, don't you love that background? Catherine should have put like 3 or 4 different colors of it in that stamp set. Okay. Like I said, super simple card. I'm not going out of, I'm not making it a difficult one. I am going to put myself a thicker base here for my card. So this is 110-pound paper. I always make my card bases out of 110, regardless of the card. Thank you. I love this collection. I had originally, Catherine, we sign up for specific kind of pieces of the collection that we want to design with, and then we have an opportunity to purchase more of the collection. And I had to have the Rise and Shine stamp set with the rooster because he was calling my name. Lack of a better a pun. That's punny. Just using my HEG to add some adhesive to the back. And just one strap here. Like I said, like super, super simple card. I just want that rooster to shine. And, oh, if you have this problem too, if you have foam that's sticking out, just use something pointy and get it to stick under there. And ta-da! Super simple card, because I love that rooster. Awesome. Well, guys, I'm off and running. I'm actually moving houses this week. We start moving on Thursday, so I'm going to do a little bit of packing and hopefully get more creative time later this afternoon. If you are a Stamp Nation member, shopping goes live at 12 noon Eastern, and I will, oh, thanks, Brenda. And I will pop in a link. If you guys could shop using my affiliate link, I would really appreciate it. I would appreciate you doing that. It doesn't cost anything more for you guys. It's just a link to get you closer to the product faster. Awesome. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.